thank you for joining us today. We're going to be interviewing Jennifer Trotter with Lip Service Makeup, finding out how she got into weddings, what she loves about them, and just a little bit more. So if you could tell our brides one thing pertaining to your industry to help them plan their wedding better, what would it be?
Okay, this is what I would say. We all love a bargain, but do not be tempted by, I think it can be very tempting to use a friend, a cousin, somebody's sister who maybe worked at Sephora one time, or someone who has a nice camera or whatever. I think that can be tempting, and I think that's a really dangerous road to go down. Everyone in the wedding industry can tell you a million stories about things like that going awry. Obviously, I'm not objective when it comes to hair and makeup, but if there was ever a time to use a professional, it's your wedding day. There is no more time when it counts more to look and feel your best. And doing makeup for yourself on a daily basis is not the same as for a wedding. It's not the same as for a girls' night out. The stakes are really high, the pressure's really high. That makeup has to look good in person, in photographs, and it has to last, 12 to 14 hours. Professionals who focus on weddings know how to do that. So I think it's really important to use professionals overall for all of your categories. Use people who not only are good at what they do, but specialize in weddings. And when it comes to hair and makeup, I think it's really important to use, honestly, if someone doesn't want to use me, I'm okay as long as they're using another professional. And there's a lot of really good ones here in town. But use somebody who focuses on weddings and really knows what they're doing. It's not something you want to risk.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
What's the craziest request you've ever had, and did you pull it off?
Well, I have two.
Okay.
So the craziest request that I can think of happened earlier this year, and a teenage girl who's about a size 2 and had the flattest stomach I've ever seen asked me to contour her stomach for prom. And I said no. Her friends were mortified that she asked me, but her dress was a 2-piece and it maybe had like this much of her stomach, maybe this much of her stomach showing. And I was like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do that.
We're gonna pass.
But I was like, oh, that's one for the books, okay. But I would say something crazy that happens routinely is we'll show up for a wedding, suppose we're showing up to do 12 or 14 services. So like maybe 7 hairs, 7 makeups. And we've had it happen on multiple occasions where they're like, we have 4 more people that need hair and makeup. Can you get that done? And we can, and we do. And we get it done and we still finish on time. And it's kind of bananas, but the mom will be like, hey, can you add these people? And we're like, all right, sure. And we do. Somehow, my girls and I, my stylists on my team, my hairstylists and makeup artists who work with me, somehow, if it needs to get done, we'll figure it out.
Good to know, but we prefer to plan for it.
Right, prefer to plan for it, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Again, this is Jennifer Trotter with Lip Service Makeup. And if you have any questions or comments, comment below, and we'll see you next time.